You know that feeling when it's been a long day, your knees are a little stiff, maybe your back is talking to you, and the last thing on earth you want to do is stand over a hot stove for an hour? I know it. Millions of seniors across America know it, and here's what nobody tells you. Skipping that meal or grabbing something that's fast but empty, that choice is quietly costing you your muscle, your balance, and your independence every single day. Now, before you think this is just another video telling you to eat salads and drink green smoothies, let me stop you right there. What I'm going to share with you today are 11 real, satisfying, no-cook meals that are loaded with protein. The kind of protein your body desperately needs after 60 to hold on to your muscle mass, protect your bones, keep your brain sharp, and give you the energy to actually enjoy your life. And I'm going to give you something at the very end of this video that most doctors never take the time to tell you. A simple daily protein habit that can literally reverse muscle loss that's already started. So stay with me. This is going to change the way you eat, and I promise it's going to be easier than you ever imagined. Let's start with why this matters so deeply, because I want you to understand what is actually happening inside your body right now, especially if you're over 60. After the age of 60, your body begins losing muscle at a rate of about 1 to 2% every single year. Scientists have a name for this. It's called sarcopenia. And sarcopenia is not just about looking thinner or feeling weaker. It affects how you walk, how you catch yourself when you trip, how your heart functions, how your immune system fights off illness, and even how your brain processes information. The scariest part? Most people don't notice it happening until a fall occurs, or until they realize they can't open a jar, climb stairs, or carry groceries the way they used to. And here's what makes it even more urgent. Your body's ability to absorb and use protein also declines with age. So even if you are eating some protein, your muscles may not be getting the full benefit. You need more protein than you did at 40, not less. Research published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors need at least 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day to maintain and rebuild muscle. That's significantly higher than the standard recommendation for younger adults. So the question isn't just whether you're eating, it's whether you're eating the right things. And that's exactly what we're going to fix today. Now, here's something I want you to hold on to until the end of this video. There is one specific protein food combination I'm going to reveal in the last section that works like a natural anabolic trigger for seniors. It's not a supplement, it's not a powder, it's real food you can find at any grocery store. And the research behind it is genuinely exciting. Keep watching. So let's get into meal number 1. And I want you to picture this. It's 10 in the morning, you just woke up, maybe you're not very hungry yet, but you know you need something. Greek yogurt with hemp seeds and a handful of walnuts. That's it. No blender, no stove, no prep. Just open, pour, and eat. Now let me tell you why this is so powerful for your body. Greek yogurt, the plain, full-fat or low-fat kind, contains roughly 17 to 20 grams of protein per cup. It's loaded with casein, which is a slow-digesting protein that actually feeds your muscles for hours after you eat it. For seniors who tend to go long stretches between meals, casein is a gift. On top of that, Greek yogurt is rich in calcium and vitamin K2, both of which protect your bones and work together to keep calcium going into your bones rather than into your arteries. Add 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds, and you're adding another 10 grams of complete protein, meaning hemp seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot make on its own. And the walnuts? They bring omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation in your joints and your brain. For someone with arthritis or any history of heart disease, this meal is quietly doing therapeutic work while you enjoy breakfast. If you have diabetes or are monitoring blood sugar, choose plain yogurt with no added sugars and pair it with the walnuts, which actually slow glucose absorption. Simple, powerful, and 0 cooking required. But here's something I need to warn you about before we go to the next meal, and this is important especially if you have kidney disease, because high protein intake is not for everyone, and I'm going to address that in just a moment, so do not skip ahead. If you have chronic kidney disease, specifically stage 3 or beyond, you need to be careful with high protein intake. Your kidneys are the organs responsible for filtering the waste products that come from protein metabolism. And when they're compromised, too much protein can accelerate damage. This is not meant to scare you. It's meant to empower you. If you have kidney disease, please talk to your nephrologist or dietitian about your specific protein needs before changing your diet. For the rest of you with healthy kidneys, you are almost certainly not eating enough protein, and your body is paying the price quietly, day by day. So let's keep going. Meal number 2 is one that surprises people because it feels too simple to be nutritious. A can of wild-caught salmon or tuna served over a bed of pre-washed baby spinach with a drizzle of olive oil and a squeeze of lemon. Open the can, drain it, pour it over the greens, drizzle, done. In less than 3 minutes, you have a meal with 25 to 30 grams of protein, a full serving of omega-3 fatty acids from the fish, and iron, magnesium, and folate from the spinach. Salmon specifically contains something called astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that has been shown in research to reduce muscle damage and inflammation. For a senior who experiences soreness, stiffness, or just general fatigue in the muscles, this is like putting out a fire from the inside. The olive oil adds healthy fat, which helps your body absorb the fat-soluble vitamins in the spinach, vitamins A, E, and K, and it also supports heart health. Wild-caught is preferred over farm-raised because it contains higher omega-3 levels and fewer contaminants. If you have gout or elevated uric acid, be mindful of how often you eat canned fish. Once or twice a week is appropriate for most people. Stay with me, because meal number 3 involves a food that most people eat completely wrong, and eating it the right way doubles its muscle-building benefit. I'll show you exactly how in just a second. Eggs, hard-boiled eggs. And before you say you've heard this before, hear me out, because what I'm going to tell you about eggs goes deeper than what you were taught growing up. For decades, Americans were told to limit eggs because of cholesterol fears. That advice has been largely revised by modern nutrition science. For healthy seniors, eating 2 to 3 whole eggs per day has not been shown to significantly raise the risk of cardiovascular disease, and the benefits are enormous. One large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality complete protein plus leucine. And leucine is the amino acid that acts as the key that unlocks muscle protein synthesis. Without leucine, your body cannot efficiently build or maintain muscle, no matter how much protein you eat. Eggs are one of the richest natural sources of leucine on the planet. Now here's the part most people get wrong. They eat the egg whites and throw away the yolk. The yolk contains choline, which is essential for brain health and memory. It also contains vitamin D, which most seniors are deficient in, and which plays a critical role in muscle function, immune defense, and mood regulation. So eat the whole egg. Hard boil a batch of 6 on Sunday. Oh wait, that does require boiling. But here's the no-cook version. Buy pre-hard-boiled eggs. They are available at virtually every grocery store in America, pre-peeled and ready to eat. Slice them over avocado, eat them with cottage cheese, or just eat them straight with a sprinkle of sea salt. Simple, portable, and incredibly powerful for your muscles and your brain. Now, I want to talk about something that might surprise you, because the next meal on our list is something that most seniors completely overlook, and it's one of the fastest, cheapest, highest protein foods on the entire planet. Cottage cheese. If you haven't eaten cottage cheese in years, welcome back. A single cup of low-fat cottage cheese contains 25 to 28 grams of protein, and like Greek yogurt, it is rich in casein. That slow-release protein that keeps feeding your muscles for hours. What makes cottage cheese special is its versatility. You can eat it plain. You can mix it with sliced tomatoes and a little black pepper for a savory snack that rivals any cooked meal. You can stir in some nut butter and berries for something sweeter. You can layer it with canned peaches or pineapple chunks for a dessert-style protein hit. The sodium content in some brands can be high, so if you're managing hypertension, look for a low-sodium version. For seniors managing blood pressure, this is not a small detail. Sodium is one of the most common dietary triggers for elevated blood pressure, and small daily choices add up to major outcomes over months and years. The good news is that low-sodium cottage cheese is widely available and tastes nearly identical. Add it to your grocery list this week. But here's what I need you to think about as we head into the next few meals. Protein alone is not the whole story. There is a specific nutrient that works in combination with protein to dramatically speed up muscle repair and reduce inflammation. And it's hiding in plain sight in a food we haven't discussed yet. I'll reveal it coming up, and it might be sitting in your pantry right now. Hummus and bean-based meals. This is where plant protein becomes your quiet ally. A half cup of hummus, which is made from chickpeas, contains about 10 grams of protein, a significant amount of fiber, and iron. Pair it with sliced cucumber, bell pepper strips, and a handful of pumpkin seeds, and you've built a no-cook plate that is easily 18 to 22 grams of protein with anti-inflammatory properties that rival some supplements. Pumpkin seeds specifically are one of the most underrated foods for seniors. They are loaded with magnesium, a mineral that over 60% of Americans over 60 are deficient in. And magnesium is required for muscle contraction, nerve function, bone density, and sleep quality. Magnesium deficiency in seniors has been linked to increased risk of muscle cramps, irregular heartbeat, and poor sleep, all of which compound fatigue and reduce quality of life. 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds every day could make a measurable difference in how you feel within weeks, and it takes 0 cooking. Scoop your hummus, lay out your vegetables, sprinkle your seeds, and you're done. This is a lunch that takes 4 minutes to prepare and does the work of a pharmacy-level supplement on your muscles and heart. Now we're halfway through our 11 meals, and I want to pause for a moment because I made you a promise at the beginning, a specific food combination that acts like a natural anabolic trigger for seniors. We're getting close to that reveal, but first I need to share meal number 6, because this one is critical for seniors who struggle with appetite, and it involves a food that has extraordinary science behind it for protecting aging muscle tissue. Edamame. Shelled edamame, the kind you buy frozen and simply thaw, no cooking needed, is one of the most complete plant proteins available. 1 cup of shelled edamame delivers 18 grams of protein along with a compound called isoflavones, which have been studied for their ability to reduce muscle breakdown in postmenopausal women specifically. Research from Japan, where edamame consumption is high, shows that older adults who regularly consume soy-based proteins experience significantly slower rates of muscle loss compared to those who don't. Thaw a bag in your refrigerator overnight, lightly salt them, and eat them as a snack or a side throughout the day. They require no heat and no preparation beyond opening the bag. If you're concerned about soy and thyroid function, a common question, the research suggests that moderate soy intake of 1 to 2 servings per day does not significantly impact thyroid function in most people. But if you are on thyroid medication, speak with your doctor because soy can affect absorption timing of certain medications. Meal number 7 is one that looks indulgent, but is scientifically one of the smartest things a senior can eat. And it involves 2 ingredients you would not normally put together. I'll tell you exactly what they are right now. Canned white beans mixed with mashed avocado, lemon juice, garlic powder, and a pinch of sea salt. Mash it together in a bowl, spread it on whole grain crackers, or eat it straight with a spoon. Half a cup of white beans contains 9 grams of protein and is one of the highest fiber foods you can eat, which matters enormously for digestive health in seniors. The avocado provides heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and potassium is the mineral that counteracts the blood pressure-raising effects of sodium. Most seniors are getting too much sodium and not enough potassium, and this imbalance is a driver of hypertension. The garlic powder in this recipe is not just for flavor. Allicin, the active compound in garlic, has been shown to have antibacterial, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory properties. For seniors whose immune systems are naturally less robust, adding garlic to daily meals is a smart and delicious strategy. This combination is also exceptional for gut health because both beans and avocado feed the beneficial bacteria in your colon, which research increasingly links to immune function, mental health, and even muscle metabolism. Your gut and your muscles are in a deeper conversation than most people realize. I want you to keep watching because the next meal involves something cold, creamy, and satisfying. And the science behind why it works specifically for senior muscle health will genuinely surprise you. Ricotta cheese with raw nuts and a drizzle of honey. 1/2 cup of whole milk ricotta contains about 14 grams of protein and is rich in whey protein, the fast-digesting protein fraction that sends amino acids into your bloodstream quickly after eating. Whey is the protein that has the most research behind it for stimulating muscle protein synthesis in older adults. The raw almonds or cashews you add bring vitamin E, which is an antioxidant that protects muscle cell membranes from oxidative damage, particularly important for seniors who experience oxidative stress from normal aging. A light drizzle of raw honey is not just for sweetness. Raw honey contains enzymes and trace antioxidants that have mild antimicrobial properties, and it also helps the body absorb certain minerals more efficiently. This is a 3-ingredient, no-cook meal that takes 60 seconds to assemble. It can be eaten as breakfast, an afternoon snack, or even a light dinner when appetite is low. For seniors who struggle with low appetite in the evenings, ricotta-based meals are ideal because they are calorie-dense without being heavy on the stomach. We're getting very close to that protein combination I promised you, and I want to make sure you understand why it works before I reveal it. So stay right here, because meal number 9 sets up the science perfectly. Smoked salmon on whole grain rye crisp breads with cream cheese and capers. No cooking, no heat, just assembly. 2 ounces of smoked salmon deliver approximately 13 grams of protein and one of the highest doses of DHA, the omega-3 fatty acid that is the primary structural component of brain cell membranes. For seniors concerned about memory, cognitive decline, or early Alzheimer's risk, DHA is not optional. It is critical. The brain loses DHA as we age, and dietary sources become increasingly important. The cream cheese adds fat that helps with DHA absorption, and the rye crisp breads add fiber and a satisfying crunch that makes this feel like a real meal rather than a snack. Capers are a small but mighty addition. They are rich in quercetin, a flavonoid with powerful anti-inflammatory and antihistamine properties. For seniors with seasonal allergies, sinus issues, or chronic low-grade inflammation, which underlies nearly every chronic disease, quercetin is a natural and effective tool. This is a meal that looks elegant, tastes extraordinary, and takes about 2 minutes to put together. The British have eaten this combination for decades. It's time Americans over 60 discovered it too. Now meal number 10 is the one that ties everything together, and it introduces a concept called protein synergy that is going to change how you think about meals forever. And after this, I'll finally reveal that protein combination I've been promising you. Don't go anywhere. Protein synergy means combining 2 or more protein sources in a single meal so that their amino acid profiles complement each other, filling in each other's gaps, and creating a more complete, more bioavailable protein hit than either would provide alone. The simplest example of this is the combination of cottage cheese and lentils. Cottage cheese is high in methionine but lower in lysine. Lentils are high in lysine but lower in methionine. Together, they create a perfectly balanced, complete amino acid profile. Canned lentils require no cooking. Open the can, rinse them, and mix them directly into your cottage cheese with some cumin, olive oil, and chopped parsley. 1 cup of this combination gives you close to 35 grams of complete, highly bioavailable protein. This is a meal that bodybuilders pay premium supplement prices trying to replicate, and you can make it from 2 grocery store staples for under $3. Beyond the protein content, lentils are one of the richest dietary sources of folate, which is critical for cardiovascular health and cognitive function. Folate deficiency in seniors has been associated with elevated homocysteine levels, a blood marker strongly linked to heart disease, stroke, and dementia. This is not a side dish. This is medicine in a bowl. Now, the 11th meal and the reveal I promised you. Meal number 11 is the one that puts everything together, and it is built around the combination that I told you about at the very beginning of this video. The one the research calls a natural anabolic trigger for aging muscles. That combination is Greek yogurt mixed with whey protein isolate powder, yes, just this once, a simple supplement, combined with creatine monohydrate. Now, before you click away thinking this is about supplements, hear me out, because the science here is remarkable and most doctors are not talking about it yet. A 2023 meta-analysis published in the journal Nutrients reviewed 14 clinical trials on creatine supplementation in adults over 60 and found that when combined with adequate dietary protein, specifically the leucine-rich protein in Greek yogurt and whey, creatine supplementation significantly increased muscle mass, muscle strength, and physical performance compared to protein alone. Creatine is one of the most studied, safest, and most affordable supplements in the world. It is not a steroid. It is not a stimulant. It is a naturally occurring compound found in red meat and fish, and your body produces it too, but production declines with age. The combination of Greek yogurt, a scoop of unflavored whey isolate, and 5 grams of creatine monohydrate stirred into it creates a no-cook, no-heat, high-protein meal that literally signals your muscle cells to synthesize new protein tissue. That is the anabolic trigger, and it works. Eat this in the morning, alongside a piece of fruit for carbohydrates to shuttle the creatine into muscle cells, and you have built the most muscle-protective meal a senior can eat, without turning on a single burner. If you have kidney disease, check with your doctor before using creatine, as with any supplement. For the vast majority of healthy seniors, creatine is safe, effective, and life-changing. Now let me bring this all together for you, because I want you to leave this video with something you can act on today, not next week, not after your next doctor's appointment, today. You now have 11 meals that require no cooking, no complicated recipes, and no expensive ingredients. They are built around real food science, real nutrients, and real outcomes that have been studied in real people over the age of 60. Sarcopenia is not inevitable. Muscle loss is not something you simply have to accept because you got older. The body is remarkably responsive to the right nutrition at any age, and the research proves it. But here is what I need you to understand before we close. The enemy is not aging. The enemy is inconsistency. Eating one high-protein meal a week and then grabbing crackers and soup the rest of the time will not protect your muscles. You need to make protein a non-negotiable part of every single meal, every single day. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. Spread evenly across the day because your body can only use so much protein at one sitting. Distribution matters as much as total intake. Start with breakfast, because most seniors eat almost no protein at breakfast, and that morning meal is when muscle protein synthesis is most responsive to amino acid intake. Drink your water. Dehydration in seniors is vastly underappreciated as a driver of fatigue, muscle weakness, and cognitive fog. Even mild dehydration reduces the efficiency of protein metabolism. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. If plain water feels like a chore, add a slice of lemon, a few cucumber slices, or a splash of low-sugar electrolyte drink. Your muscles are 75% water. You cannot build or maintain them in a dehydrated environment. Move your body. I know this is a nutrition video, but I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you. Protein without movement is only half the equation. You do not need to go to a gym. You do not need to lift heavy weights. 10 to 15 minutes of resistance-based movement every day, chair squats, wall push-ups, resistance band pulls, combined with the protein meals we discussed today, will produce measurable improvements in muscle mass and strength within 8 to 12 weeks. The research on this is definitive, and it applies to people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. It is never too late. And this is the thing I want to leave you with. The thought I want you to carry with you after this video ends. Your body is not finished with you. It is still listening. It is still responding. Every time you choose a high-protein meal over an empty one, every time you drink a glass of water, every time you stretch or stand or take a short walk, you are sending a biological signal to every cell in your body that says, I'm still here and I'm still fighting. That signal matters. The body rewards the people who refuse to give up on it, so don't give up on yours. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button right now, because every week we bring you clear, science-backed health information designed specifically for people over 60 in America. No jargon, no gimmicks, just real knowledge that you can use to live better, feel stronger, and stay independent longer. Share this video with someone you love who needs to hear it, and I'll see you in the next one, because what we cover next week may be the most important conversation about senior health that nobody is having. You don't want to miss it.